considering Kane's talking about you behind the back passing and you're passing the best right now?
I mean, yeah, it feels good. Just out there having fun and just trying to find my team. So.
Did you think Stewie was going to get to that chase down block from your angle?
I mean, I know she can cover a lot of ground really quickly, but it was a really good block. It was a great block.
And just how cool was that moment?
That's 2 questions, but go ahead. All right, come on.
How cool was the crowd kind of reaction to that?
Yeah, it was amazing. I think the bench too, everybody was just like in awe of her being able to get there, and then just the timing, her timing with all her blocks was always amazing.
Is there any concern about players are out, tough schedule, any concerns about workload and stars for the players?
No, not really. Not really. We trust our our training staff to make sure our bodies are right and do what we need to do to get out there on the court. And you just like I said before, you give all you can give, and then you trust the bench to come in and do the same thing. Right now, we just got to be professionals and make sure that we're doing everything we need to recover and get back on the court and put our best foot forward.
Jonquel, there's one thing this team has done really well this season, it's adaptability. You're setting career highs in assists, KT is setting career highs in touches, Sabrina's scoring in the interior. So what can you say about the way this team has found new avenues to score and their adaptability to restart?
Yeah, just next man up, doing whatever it takes to win and understanding that the adversity that we face now is gonna help us when the playoffs come.
Emily the Elephant was running around today and did a halftime performance as Beyonce.
Really?
She did. You'll have to watch the video.
Okay.
But I'm just curious, what type of impact does she have on them?
I think the impact is not just the team. I think it's the fans. It's everybody. I mean, I see Ellie videos everywhere. I see people, dirty ball. I see people, just like interacting with it, and I think she brings a lot of viewership to the league. And honestly, I think Ellie's like probably the best mascot in the entire like professional sports right now. Just the performances, the attitude, the outfits, just the total package.
You said one question, so I'm going to make it good. First off, I'm liking the look. It's nice and clean.
Thank you.
But, JJ, of all professional teams in New York City, who will be the next team to bring a professional title to New York? Who do you got?
Come on, man. That's too easy. I thought it was going to be a good question. I'm just messing with you. But, things go to plan. We wanted to be us, and, we feel like we have everything that we need to be successful. Now it's just about going out there and going to get the win and get the trophy.
JJ, in the beginning of the season, the three-point shots weren't falling as much for the team. Now with everyone pretty much hitting threes, how much does that open up, not only for your exterior game, but the interior game as well?
Yeah, it opens up a lot. It keeps the defense honest. We have guards that can get downhill and penetrate, and we're just ready. We got our hands ready, and we're shooting really good. But we knew that the shots were going to fall eventually. We're in practice, putting up a lot of shots and getting extra reps and things like that. So it's just about staying confident and seeing the ball go through the hoop.
Jonquel.
Last year you had 32 game three-pointers. You already surpassed that this season this far. What do you think is clicking for you this year when it comes to you?
I think shooting with confidence. I said it before, but like when I went back and watched like the championship last year, I felt like there were so many opportunities for me to shoot, and even the shots that I did take, I just felt like they were kind of like hesitant shots versus like just stepping into it and just knowing that I can make those shots. So I've had a different level of intentionality with it. I'm shooting it as often as possible in terms of practice, and whenever we have extra, I'm shooting. So yeah, just coming in and understanding that that's something that I can do and do it at a high level.
Jonquel, do you have any concerns at all, being that you have a back-to-back and then the Commissioner's Cup, being fatigued at all for that, and also any concerns over the home crowd since it won't be in this building?
No, I'm not really concerned about it. I feel like everybody in this league has kind of had to deal with a tough schedule, and being able to bounce back, and no one's going to feel sorry for us, so we can't feel sorry for ourselves. But no, not really any concerns about it. What was the second part?
The crowd.
Oh yeah, I mean, it sucks that we playing at UPS. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. We want to be able to play here in Barclays with our home crowd and everything. But ultimately, it's still New York. It's still New York, and we understand that our fans are gonna do whatever is possible. Our front office is gonna do whatever is possible to support us and come out here and cheer us on.
Back.
I have a question. How does it feel to be a double-double machine?
It feels great, but I'm surrounded by even greater teammates that give me the ball, so what can I say?
Thank you for your time and patience.
You gotta hit me with the thank you for your time and attention. Thank you for your time and attention. Wait, who else we got? Anybody else?
Yes, I do. So there were several times during the game where it was a close call and allowing the Sparks to do easy free throws.
Yeah.
What can you do going forward to prevent that?
I mean, just understanding the way that the refs are calling the game, make the adjustments. You know, there were times when we felt like it was like an up in the air call. We weren't really expecting it, but they were pretty consistent with the type of calls that they were calling, so we got to do a better job of adjusting and understanding the way that the game is going to be called.
We'll finish with Tess.
I know chemistry is kind of the name of the last season. So far, it's Sabrina. Can you talk a little bit about your two-man game and how that's still developing?
Yeah, it's still developing, but you know, we've been working on it since last year. But I think the chemistry that you guys are seeing on the court now is something that we've also been working on since last year. Just like talking in the locker room. You know, I try to support her as much as possible, letting her know that I'm there for her, and she does the same for me. So I think it's just the things that you guys see on the court are just our chemistry just blossoming and growing. Thank you for your time and insight.
Yeah. We can just talk about, besides that great question that you asked there, just talk about the team's ball movement, shooting today, and KT with the 6 threes.
Yeah, I think we played great, to be honest. Obviously, there's still some mishaps that we have to continue to iron out to just try and play 40 minutes of great basketball. But through that, I mean, I feel like we picked it up from last game, which is important. Obviously, it's tough playing a team kind of twice, you know, this close. But I think to be able to see the improvements that we made and some of the tweaks we made, our offense was kind of just flowing. I feel like everyone was shooting the ball well. The spacing was great. We were able to have a really good balanced game from outside and inside. And so obviously we got another one tomorrow that we got to be able to come out and bounce back from.
And Brianna with the block, that 6th block, when she's blocking on Stephanie, your reaction when she makes a chase down block?
Yeah, I mean, that's just what she does. She plays hard every single time she's on the floor on both ends, and that was kind of a difference maker for us. The crowd got into it. To just see her play, obviously we know what she's able to do. That's why I don't like scoring, like on her, trying to score on her in practice, because she's able to do that. Love because like obviously being on her team and being able to see that, but it's just what she does and her presence on both sides of the floor and just hustle plays, to be honest.
On the offensive side, Stewie has been starting to make her threes. I know that was a question that we were asking. She wasn't hitting them. What do you think is the difference between the looks that she's getting now versus the beginning of the season?
Well, I think her being able to continue to be aggressive going downhill and in the paint has opened up her three-point shooting. You know, sometimes you got to continue to find different ways to score to get to what you want, and her ability in the first few games to not really see the ball go through, she pivoted. She found a different way to continue to be effective, and that was at the free throw line in the paint without the ball. And now you're able to see her finally, her threes start to go in and open up the floor because she's able to attack downhill, and it's, you know, keeping defenders on their toes, not sure what to give up. And so I'm happy for her, obviously, to see him go through as a shooter. It's like you just kind of wait for that game to be able to see him go through, and then you kind of don't turn back.
Sabrina, when it comes as a expert passer yourself, what do you say about the way Jonquel's career high in assists over recent games has kind of opened things up, especially considering the absence of Courtney Vandersloot?
Yeah, it just helps. Like I'm able to trust, you know, especially getting trapped, giving her the ball out of the trap, for her to make the decision. And a lot of the times when you have a post player that can't pass out of that trap, you don't want to pass to the post because they're then the ones that have to make the decisions and don't always make the right ones. For her to have, like, for us to be able to have her and trust her to kind of quarterback those decisions out of the traps has just opened up the floor for all of us. I mean, you're able to see KT score. She's able to hit cutters, see the backside help. I mean, she's kind of like another point guard out there in terms of her, like, vision and understanding where she wants to get the ball. And it just makes my job easier, especially when you're trapping.
On that note, too, we talked about adaptability. You're scoring, Jonquel's with the assists, KT's hitting career highs, three-pointers. What can you say about the adaptability of Scrum and how it is contributing to a franchise by starting one and three?
Yeah, it's just our willingness to continue to get better and understand that we need to do that individually in order to bring that collectively and not be satisfied. And obviously, like with JJ and with KT coming off and continue to do what they're doing, it holds us all accountable. Like, we all got to come up and show up for one another. And so obviously I think that's just really important, and I'm really happy to see like KT be able to have games like this now with this opportunity for her to play because she puts in the work.
Whether it's a close game or blowout, even everything that's not court out, just have you been feeling that's good news, just the tight schedule, is there any concern of time minutes is going?
No, I mean, I think, you know, obviously we'll see tomorrow how we all feel, and I think the beauty of kind of our offense is we're able to play fast and also slow it down and play slower. And so if that's what we need to do, then, you know, we'll slow it down and kind of be able to execute in the half court. Hey, Olaf! execute and get into the half court, slow it down, and just be able to play that game. But I think we're fine. I mean, we had a really intense training camp in order to prepare us for where we're at now. Sandy did that kind of with the intention of understanding what our schedule was. Like, we ran, that was probably one of the most, intense training camps that we've had in terms of just how hard we went to prepare us to get to where we're at now. And like, I'm not really tired, so I'm saying that now. We'll see how that goes tomorrow. But
Sabrina, 5 straight games with at least 8+ assists. The last 2 you had 9 assists. Do you feel more comfortable with the ball in your hands as opposed to playing off the ball last year? How are you feeling just taking control of the offense?
Yeah, I mean, just being adaptable in terms of what's needed, of me obviously understanding, like, my scoring opens up the floor for everyone, but also my passing does as well, and obviously just wanting to get everyone involved and be able to do that. From the 1, from the 2, it really doesn't matter, and I think my teammates and I are starting to build a really good just relationship in terms of they're knowing when I'm going to pass, whether I'm looking at them or not, and I think before it was a little bit of surprise at times, but now we're just starting to build better chemistry, and those passes are just a lot easier than they used to be.
Sabrina, tonight you passed Captain Pondexter for 3rd franchise assists. What does it mean for you to craft the legacy of one of this franchise's great distributors?
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. Obviously I pride myself in my passing ability. It's something that I've always, have been able to do at a really high level, and to be able to see obviously that kind of go in record books is an honor to be a part of. Obviously, being a part of this franchise with just such rich history and such great players, it means a lot to me. And being one of the youngest ones up there, that I'm excited. Hopefully, I can get to that top spot in a lot of the categories, and then I'll be really happy.
Sabrina, you talked about just being a couple things until you play like a full 40 minutes. What are a couple of those things guys are still looking for to really get a full 40 minutes out of this team?
Yeah, just some lapses. I mean, obviously, I think fatigue and turning the ball over too many times kind of sets in, and I think it's our ability to be able to play fast and slow, and that goes to show, like, when we turn over the ball, sometimes we're just going too fast, and I think it's being able to just kind of slow down and read the pace of the game and what that is, and hopefully the more we continue to go through this season, we'll be able to just read that a little bit better.
When you came into the arena with your tunnel fit, I know you noticed there was a very well-dressed elephant that appeared before you. I guess you seemed quite taken aback by it. What was your reaction to Ellie's Beyonce look this evening?
Yeah, I mean, she's the star of the show, so I was just giving her time that she needs to get her pictures. Probably was late to warm-ups because of her, but it's been amazing to see just like how much hype she's been getting and what the energy that she brings in the arena every time she steps out.
Did you guys get to see and talk to Court at all?
We did, yes. It's really nice to be able to have her back. Obviously she's a big part of our team, but it kind of, we picked up where we left off. I mean, we're asking her, what she sees from the games, what she's been able to see, ways, we can continue to improve. Obviously she's just so smart in terms of the leader that she is, and so whenever she's ready, we just can't wait to have her back.
Thanks, Ab.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Safe travel.